it's Crystal with Catching Up with Crystal. I'm here today taking you on a cemetery tour. I don't want my channel to become this big thing about cemeteries. It's just that there's some pretty interesting cemeteries in my vicinity. I am going to take you on a tour in another video of a Philadelphia cemetery. It's one of the oldest African American cemeteries that's continuously in use. However, today I'm at a cemetery that was located on a farm. The farm was sold, and the cemetery is still on the property. So it's on a busy street. I couldn't figure out how to get over here for years and years. I would pass this little cemetery. Now they've put a sign up. So it says it's an African American cemetery. I haven't read the sign yet. I haven't been over there. I just figured out how to get over here because there was no parking because the road was so busy. But it's pretty cool. They have provided cemetery parking. So without further ado, let's get it. Okay, so they've provided cemetery parking, actually, which I think is pretty awesome. So I just have to figure out how to get down here. Here is the cemetery. It's grown over right now, and it has been grown over at times, and then there are times where it's actually cut. The farmhouse is still here, and it's actually has become, I think, the rental office at the apartment complex. So, as you can see, this is a pretty busy road, and there's nowhere to park. So I finally said, let me just figure this out. And find a place to park. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this is my first time reading the sign. So actually, like I said, there is an old farmhouse, and it says 1886 on it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get you any footage of that, but I'm learning something as you learn it. Site of African Union Church and Cemetery. The African Union Church of Christiana Bridge built a wood frame church on this site in 1819. The AUC was the first incorporated religious group in the country controlled entirely by African Americans. The congregation replaced the structure with a brick church in 1850. The church relocated in 1897. Members disassembled the church and transported bricks to the new location. They used the bricks to rebuild the church, which later became known as Old Fort Union American Methodist Episcopal Church. The congregation's first cemetery remained at the original church site, where 11 burials were recorded. The last burial occurred in 1881. Wow, this is awesome. So the church moved, but the graves remained. So let's see. Like I said, it has been buried over with grass, and sometimes it's actually cut. So I'm gonna go in. I've got on shorts today because it's a pretty hot day. This is one of the stones. So if the original congregation was here in 1819, it must be some pretty old. So this says, attention, I don't know if I'm trespassing. This property belongs to Old Fort UAME 37, okay, formerly African American of Christiana Bridge. I think I'm allowed in here. I don't know if I'm trespassing or not. This looks like maybe a family is buried here. I mean, there's nothing here but like rocks. There's no headstones here, just these posts. Somebody has come and put a path here. Here's some headstones. There's no names. There's just letters on the headstone. So I wonder, and this looks like it's pretty good shape. So this says SS on it. So I wonder if they kept records and these stones were put down again. Okay, so here's an old one that fell over. So I'm actually walking on people's graves, maybe. And then this says, so maybe the church has an idea of who is there. This says RB. There's no dates. This one, this stone looks like it's split in half. It looks like it's split in half from this, maybe. And then this might be part of it. And that looks like a pretty old stone. I don't know, help, judgment. I'm not sure what that says, but it's an old one. Here's another one over here in a corner. Let's see if I can make this out. This one says Stephen Gale. Okay, this one is legible. Stephen Gale, May 11th, 1801, died May 4th, 1875. Stephen Gale. So, what I think has happened is there's more people here than I suspect, but I think the stones are gone. When I first moved to this area here, there wasn't a sign out front that said what this place was. It was just all grown over. And like I said, because there was an old farmhouse, I thought that this went with the farm. But I learned something new today, like you learned something new, that this is actually a church sat somewhere on this land. Probably, who knows which direction, because the churchyards, this would have been a rural area. So the churchyards, the graveyards usually sat behind. Like if you go down south, a lot of times they're behind. A lot of times they're right behind the church. So I'm thinking the original church. So this is all that's here. There's only a few graves left with headstones here. And so I think what has happened, as I said, that I am walking by people, but their stones have oh wait now, there's some, can you see that? There's some stones in the high grass. There's one. Let me see if I can point it out to you. There's one. Can you see it right there? There's one. There's two. And there's another one. So I think, as I have said, there are people here who the stones just aren't there anymore. Like, I'm walking, can you see there's like indentations in the ground? I'm being very respectful. This says DS. This one is an old one, and it says M. Just has an M on there. And that one's too far in the grass. I'm not going in there. I've got shorts on. Oh, wait. Here's another one. Can you see? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hidden ones. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something that I always wanted to do. I was so curious about this place. Now I've satisfied the curiosity, and I learned something new, that this actually did not belong to the farmhouse that I thought it did, that said 1886. If I can get a picture of it, I will, the house, so you could see how I made a mistake. But anyway, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification so you know when new content is posted. Life is what you make it, so make the most out of life. Be safe out there. See you in the next video.